Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cat's Track. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing this with your friends. Today's episode is with our friend Sean Fillion. Sean was born in Invermere, BC, now lives in Calgary, and loves our great city. Sean's daughter is a passionate little person with huge dreams, is a massive visionary with a big laugh and great smile. Sean's wife is larger than life, and she has mad entrepreneurial skills. She's a proud female entrepreneur, feminist, and mother. They both want to empower others to give the world something to look forward to and make it an even better place to live. They are in the middle of branding their family, and we'll start with that explanation directly from Sean after this. Besides Sean's loved one, he's extremely passionate about fairness, equality, and the bright side of things. Another reason why we're friends. He loves to design, invent, share, and discuss. He is a really big thinker who always sees ways to improve things, which sometimes gets him into trouble. Yeah, usually does. Oh my, I can relate. Friends, you can see his full bio attached. Sean, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you, Catherine. It's just an absolute honor to be in your circle and share this time with you. I'm very honored. Thank you.
I feel the same. So good. Your wife's on my list too, by the way.
Oh, great. Well, she has done some incredible things in her life, and she should be very proud of what she's done. And I'll let her tell her story because it's a really dynamic, hopeful, inspiring story for especially female entrepreneurs. She gives back as much as she possibly can to the community and empowering female entrepreneurs. Like she's a dynamic individual, and I really look forward to you reaching out, and hopefully she can share some wisdom with you. And I look forward to that interview. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, me too. I look forward to it too. Thank you, Sean. Are you ready for the questions we sent your way?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let's have some fun with them.
Oh, actually, let's start with the branding one first. You're branding your family?
Yeah.
Not like how I grew up on the
We're going
farm.
to take a big branding iron. We're going to put it in the fire in the back there, and then I'm going to put Mia first, though. So, well, I think that everybody or a family, I don't know. I'm into the message, the underlying message of what do you stand for? What is your thing in life? And I mean, everybody always says their family, but we truly walk it. I mean, I've got our acronym SAM up on the wall everywhere, and it's for our family. And I wanted to resonate that with each one of the members in our family. And I wanted to give them an altered personality. And then we want to build a tree that shows the foundation of what we're building here. And that's really the basis of it. I just love the message that it sends to especially our daughter and the outward community, if you will. Like, this is who we are, and we're proud of it. And I think it's also fun, and it's purposeful. That's really the mission. It's that simple. I'm a big branding geek. I love messaging and imagery, and so it just translated for me into how can I brand my family.
I love it, Sean. So creative.
Now we're gonna walk around with these flat brim hats with Sam across, and people are gonna be like, What are you doing? Who's Sam?"
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at.
Oh, thank you. And what's been your greatest challenge in the last several months?
Well, I probably resonate with you on this, and my biggest challenge, honestly, is the connection. I'm so much of an extrovert. I like being outside, interacting with people. I hug everybody I meet. I'm one of those close talkers, if you will. And I really miss the connection of all the people and friends and colleagues and business people that we were communicating and connecting with. And now it's the connection is sort of the light switch has gone off. There's connection, but it's the cyber connection is not the same for me. And I struggle with that. So I said, well, what can I do in this time? I've got a really, really great friend around the corner, and him and I have been walking, anywhere from 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers a night, and just getting our pace on and walking and talking. So I'm having walking meetings now.
That's awesome. There's
Well,
many more of those.
yeah, well, why not go out and walk? I just met my wonderful cousin, Bryce McKenzie. He just lives right around the corner from me. And we had a beautiful conversation. He just joined Ad Farm. I'm pretty sure you know Ad
I
Farm.
sure
And
do.
Fred, and,
Yeah.
you know those folks. So we just had a really great Starbucks meeting and walked around the community. I mean, let's do that. I mean, if the weather is going to bless us with this kind of temperature, let's get outside and walk around.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're allowed to do that, let's do that. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm doing. But there's a challenge and adversity, and you know, a way to maybe circumvent it, if you will, because I have to have some sort of connection.
I hear you, man. Excellent. What about the top 3 things that you'd like to share with the audience today?
Well, I will be the top 3 things I want to talk about, and what I would like the community, if you will, as a whole to talk about. Now, my number one ask, if you will, from the Harvest Hub's perspective, if we're going to change our economy, now this is the big thinking in me, is that right now the world is really a linear economy, the take, make, and waste model. We really want to help and assist move our economy to a circular economy where things stay inside of a circle. So at the Harvest Hub, we want more community engagement. If we're going to pivot or shift our economy over to a circular economy, something more sustainable, we need more community involvement and talking about food security, where food comes from, where it is grown, how it is made, where it came from, and why. I've said this from the beginning, it's going to take a community to raise this farm, our ag and ag tech. And that couldn't be more true than today. You know the journey that I started on. I started by real estate development and then got into looking at various equipment to satisfy an agricultural cluster. The equipment that I looked at just didn't capacitate crop diversity and all the risks and challenges that I was looking for at the time. So we eventually built our own proprietary and patented soil-based solution. And if I unwind the last 2 years, it's been a very passionate, bumpy road figuring out how can we as a province come together and solve our food challenges. And you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got into building equipment, I thought, oh, we're just going to build equipment and we're going to grow things. Well, that's a lot larger problem than you would imagine. So we built a few different farms. We're operating what we call our MVP, our minimal viable product. And now we're shifting over to a solution. And this is the solution that I want everybody in the community to talk about. And this is how we create and move from a linear to a circular economy. We're creating a solution with some channel partners here in the city. And we're going to release a really kick-ass news release next year and show people our prototype of how energy in and energy out stays inside of the circle. So we're going to be able to create our model from waste to energy to plant.
Cool.
And it's going to be one of the coolest new prototypes or solutions on the marketplace. So what I want from anybody that listens to me is to talk about it. Talk about how can we shift from this particular economy that we're getting our butt kicked on, take the talent that is there, because Alberta is incredibly talent rich. There is more talent here and skills, labor force, and people interested in this space than I can possibly quantify. So I would really want everybody to talk about this new emerging industry. We are literally watching right underneath our feet the new industrial tech revolution. And agriculture is going to be a really big piece of that. And Alberta is perfectly situated to become a world leader in ag and ag tech. So that would be my first. My second is I speak about adversity, and adversity is going to be the key for us here in Alberta to be successful, because when it's comfortable, you don't really want to leave the lazy boy. It's just easy, right? And I think that in this time, we're getting a double whammy. Not only are we getting hit with low oil and gas and unemployment, challenges to our economy, and now COVID, man, we've got an adversity storm here. And coming out of that adversity storm, I think will be absolute greatness. You're going to see technology and companies and individuals and people and family come out way stronger than they went in. That's my take on things. I see that cup half full, and I believe that this province has the opportunity to become a world leader. Absolutely. There's no question in my mind. Technology, cost, and involvement and attention is now shifting over to ag tech. So spread the word.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we certainly will. Thank you.
Spread the word, yeah. And then my third point was, as I just mentioned, Alberta has all the right ingredients to be this world leader. So let's join together, let's pay attention, and let's not be the tail of the snake. You know, Alberta, Canada can be criticized for being slow to adopt things. Let's not do that. Let's lead. Let's get in front of this and work together, spread the message, get people involved, get people back to work, and get them in something that is a stable, secure, sustainable opportunity. And this is what I love about the circular economy and regentrifying small towns. Imagine a decimated northern community that was reliant upon oil and gas that can pivot now into alternative energy, plant production, add value production, soil production, all of these unique things that can literally keep them always almost off grid and sustain a stable economy.
Agreed. Well, you're certainly leading, Sean, and I'm going to continue applauding you from the peanut gallery. How about your good news or legacy? Any other opportunity? Obviously, you've shared that with us. Is there anything else you'd like to close with?
I guess the closing for us is that we would like it if folks would, maybe there's do you know of a resource or a community conduit website or a place where we can start to trade information or share information about this new industry, and talk to leaders at TELUS, or talk to leaders at AdFarm, talk to leaders that we know in the community, get the mayor involved. We engaged as many people as possible at the City of Calgary to help them with the Calgary Eats document that they produced. The City of Calgary wants to produce 5% of the food that we consume here, and we want to help empower that. And I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
So what we want is more people to help us solve this large problem. We want people to watch YouTube videos, engage their community representatives, talk to their neighbor, talk to developers. Let's install and figure out how can we get food production right here at our doorstep. How can we teach our children where food comes from? Bring the connection back. Because if you go and ask a child where food comes, they think it's a grocery store.
Yeah, that's so true.
We need to get the education. Food, jobs, and education is our mission. If I was to have a legacy in the city, it would be that we created a foundation for food, jobs, and education. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it.
And you will do that, my friend. I've made a few notes. I'll follow up in an email after. but I'll just confirm whether you've touched base with them or not, and we'll go from there. Sound good?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you again.
Thank you, Sean. Thanks for joining us today, and keep up the good work.
My pleasure.
Sean Fillion with Harvest Hub. Check out this really cool project and watch for their press release early in the new year. This is something we want to wrap our arms around. Thank you, Calgary. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.